Howdy Internet. Today we are going to be installing this Fishman Rare Earth Bajo Quinto pickup in this Bajo Quinto, as well as unboxing. Yesterday we glued the bridge back. It was just lifting ever so slightly in the back, and I think the hot melt hide glue did a great job. So we are going to, let me remove the clamps, and then we'll unbox this and install it. We can see how well this glue job went. I think it did great. Not gonna lie, hide glue is kind of fun to use. Carefully remove the clamps. So if you look on the channel at the live videos, the last one I did was me actually gluing this. So these streams aren't necessarily to demonstrate the work I do. These streams are more or less to open a conversation about music related topics that I can address and be of some value to, be of like information or just topics about instrument repair or the products we sell, gear in general. Also in a recording studio, so any recording questions. You can even do gear review requests as long as we carry it, or as long as it's something that I may personally own. Gotta have the piece of gear to actually review it, or I'll take suggestions across the board. All right, got the clamps off. Got a little glue to clean up, but that's no big deal. Hide glue cleans up with water. Let me get that that little palette knife. And it doesn't even fit anymore under here, and that's perfect. This is glued. This is repaired. I kept the hot melt pot out in case I need to use it again. It's cold. I ended up mixing way more hide glue than what I needed, but this will be good for the next day, but I'll probably just throw it away. I'll reuse the jar, but I don't have any more things to glue right now. Next time I'll make less. All right, so this was the old pickup on this instrument. Was this these Lawrence pickups that are kind of common with these. I'm going to use the position of this screw right here and match it with the one that's in this, and the Fishman. All right, so let's unbox this. Let me grab a knife. Kershaw pocket knife. We do not sell these in the store. Remove protected film for display. Maybe I should have removed that when I displayed it. Ooh, that's how you'll normally see it. I was supposed to take this off. Be in the retail store that sells these. Let's open it. So this is what you get when you purchase a Fishman Bajo Quinto pickup. We will be selling these. I'm out right now. I just ordered another one to stock. And then I will keep stocking these and selling these as long as I'm doing that. Slide it out of its case. We're probably going to put the old pickup back in this box. Looks like we got another couple pieces of tape. Cut here. I've never installed one of these before. This is my first one. Ooh, this is how it comes out. Like so. Got all this extra Extra wire we're going to feed back through the packaging. It even has clips to clip the wire, and we're going to use these. It has 2 bags of clips. This is what it comes with. So these stick to like the inside of, usually people put these on the edges, and then that's where they fold these little tabs up to do a clean wired install so the wire's not in there all flopping around. Here's the instructions. Probably a good idea to keep those on hand in case we need them during this install. Let's see. Ooh. Mounting clamps, quick install. This is pretty straightforward. Famous last words, right? Watch this go horribly wrong simply because I didn't read that. Knock on wood. All right, Bajo Quinto. One problem with these and with most like sound hole guitar pickups is the string spacing. That's the main. This is upside down. That's the main problem I see when people try to use guitar pickups for Bajo Quintos is the strings never end up over the pole pieces. Because on these instruments you have 5 pairs, and that just doesn't. It just never fits 6 poles. You know, it ends up working more or less, but it's not the most ideal setup. With the Bajo Quinto pickup, instead of pole pieces, I think you have a bar magnet that goes across, so it doesn't really matter the spacing. It will pick up all of them pretty evenly, and I think that's the point here with this. Down here on the bottom, we see the batteries it takes. I'm not sure what kind that is. I'll have to look. I don't really want to pull one out when they're already in there. But I will make sure that there's no plastic tab preventing it from turning on after I install this. Has a volume control. Easy accessible volume control. And then here we can mount this with just a regular flathead, not flathead, Phillips head screwdriver. Let's undo the cable. That is an incredibly long cable. What were they thinking? Look, this is like 4 times longer than necessary. Yeah. Okay. Why? I don't know why you would like, look, it's longer than the frame of the camera. Why would you need one? It's longer. It's almost twice the length of the instrument. I guess more's too much is better than too little, I suppose. I guess that's why they give you all these wire clips so you can just wad it all up in there. Ooh, I don't know. I wasn't planning on resoldering this, and I don't really want to because I don't want to alter a brand new product if I don't have to. So I'm going to install this and then wrap up this mile of wire inside. I'll consult the customer after when I deliver this to him and let him know that if he wants me to, I can shorten this. But initially, I'm not going to. We're just going to get it all in there. And there's plenty of these little wire clips that I'll allow. Look at it compared to the length of the old one. Like the old one was at like 2 feet. And this one is like 4.5, 5 feet. It's about 6 feet. It's taller than I am. I'm shy of 6 feet. Wow. Okay. Fishman with their generosity. Giving you enough cable to do 3 pickups from 3 different instruments. All right, so I'm going to take the screws and washers and this off. We're going to run this through and install this. There's plenty of room. And okay, these are the larger ones. Aren't they? These go on the inside. This is what I mean by using this old one. Gonna line it up. So hopefully on the last, like it won't be like the last Bajo Quinto. It took me like 4 or 5 times to install this and uninstall it to get the right depth right. There's probably a better, smarter way to do this. I'm just not. You could probably measure the tail block thickness or something. But that will give me a measurement nonetheless. Like so. I will put these on. Flat washer and then the star washer. I'll grab my tool for this. I love this tool. I got this from StuMac probably about like 20 years ago now. And then this has been a great tool, although I've seen some people make their own. Nothing wrong with that. Whatever gets the job done. I'm just extra and have the fancy tool. Oh, I did the same thing. I forgot to put the nut over the tool. So let's do that. Oops. Here we go. There we go. Oops, not so much. Try it again. This Bajo Quinto was already cut for this. I already had the hole cut for the output jack from the last pickup. So unfortunately, you won't be seeing me cutting the hole for that step because it's already done, although I've cut plenty. I feel that that's going to need to go longer. Wait, maybe not. Yeah, that's got to be longer. If you've had to do this before, mention it in the comments, and then maybe comment your average time it takes you to actually finally nail this out of installing and reinstalling. I'm pretty sure everybody knows, everybody that does this kind of knows the drill here. Just gotta Goldilocks it into place little by little. We're gonna try this, and then we're gonna cinch it down. Sometimes when you cinch it down, it compresses the washers, the new washers, a little bit. So we're gonna do that. Pull this out. I'm gonna grab a pick, a straight poker, and then I like to use the little flat wrenches. See if this will work. So some of the tools I'm using, not so much in this video. I guess the only thing that is on the website is the Bajo Quinto pickup. Get this output jack in here installed. It's not wanting to turn. I'm going to actually do it again. It needs to come out just a hair more. Here we go. Okay, this should do it. Doesn't take much. Guess I tend to get excited and overshoot the amount of times I actually need to turn it. Get this started on here. There we go. Tighten it up. Hopefully. Oh, who are we kidding? It's going to take a couple times. Y'all know how this goes if you've done this before. All right, cool. So far, so good. Oh, I think we nailed it. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's good right there. Tighten this up. These are the soft jaw pliers. These have plastic jaws that I used to tighten up that decorative part that I can't find a replacement of. So anyway, as you may have heard with the other Bajo Quinto video, if anybody out there knows where to buy just this part right here, if anybody knows where to get these by themselves, let me know, because I need to stock these. Because this is the common eye. More if Switchcraft ever watches this video, they need to sell these and distribute these independently of the entire jack. That's a common part that needs to be replaced. It's odd because like on other Switchcraft jacks, you can kind of buy the little nuts and washers separately as you need them. But on these, you can't. You can't buy that dress washer that the strap goes around. Cool, that works good. Next thing we're going to do is install these. And so the way I'm going to do that is take a towel, and then this may not be the best thing to watch on camera, but I got to do it. But I'm going to put some naphtha or lighter fluid on the rag and then wipe the spots I plan to mount. I plan to stick those little wire mounts on. And so for this, I don't know. I guess I'm going to mount them on this side. That's typically where wires are mounted, is on this side of the guitar. I guess it's so maybe you don't see them down there. Also, other guitars have the electronics on this side, so that's where the wires would have to run anyway. So I got a little bit of naphtha on my rag here, and then I'm going to go in and clean the spots where I plan to stick these adhesive things to. And there, you know, I guess you can look at the signatures while I do this. How do you say this band again, Jaime? Seguino? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Seguino. That's who signed this. It's like 5 signatures. They have 5 members, huh?
I don't know exactly. I don't pay attention to them like that, but I know they're a pretty popular band in terms of London and stuff.
Awesome. Take it out of the system. Sweet. Thank you. This is my employee. He's a good employee. Don't tell him I said that. I don't want to go to his head. All right, so I've wiped the edge on here, and I've wiped it closer to the top. I'm not going to mount it on the bottom. I'm mounting it close to the top. I don't want to stick it to the top because this is I don't want to dampen the top of an instrument, although they do things to these that kind of inexplicably dampen the top. Although this kind of looks cool, I don't understand. I can understand this one so it's not scratched, but then again, nothing protects the actual edge. This protects the top. I have no clue why they have a pick guard here other than just decoration. Maybe someone can inform me why. This makes sense because that's an actual pick guard where you pick. This kind of does because your arm. I don't know. Moving on. Half the battle's finding the thing you just had in your hand. Here's one. Start by sticking these on one at a time. Here's the other two. We got 4 of these. And so one of them, this is going to mount about right there. One of them I'm going to do kind of straight across, so it just zips right over. And then I may get, I know at least 3. I may not need all 4 because I can only get my hand so far in this instrument. Or at the place, at the area I bundle up all this wire, I may do 2. So 2 of them grab the wire instead of just 1. I think that's how I'll do it. But I'm not obligated to use all 4. Maybe one's good to have as like a spare. I'll try to use them all. Let's see how far we get. Unfortunately, I can't do this very well on camera for y'all to see too, so you're all gonna have to just trust me and bear with me here. Some stuff out of my way. Is that the adhesive part? I swear I've used these before. Here we go. And again, I'm not sticking it on the top. I'm going to stick them on the side with the little long skinny part face down like so. Putting it right underneath that I forget what they call that structural piece inside that traces the edge. The purfling? That doesn't, no, that's not purfling. What do they call that? It's the ribbing. Yeah, I think it's the ribbing. So it's like right up against the ribbing on the side of the instrument. I'm not tacking this onto the top. This is not sticking well at all. There we go. Okay. Okay, now it is. Get that one in there. Number 2. Oop, I bent that one the wrong way. Number 2. And then, like I say, 2 of these, probably like in here, I'm going to do side by side so that it has plenty to grab all this excess wire that's got to make it inside this instrument. Man, that's a little much, Fishman. I appreciate the generosity, but that's just way too long. I don't know. Maybe this pickup works in some of those other larger guitar-shaped instruments. Maybe there's a dual purpose for this that I'm overlooking. Who knows? They probably just cut it too long. Okay, here's a spot on this side of this ridge. Yeah, that's where I'm going to tuck the wire. I'm about right here inside. So I'm going to do like 2 of them side by side so there's plenty to hook onto the excess. And then if I can get my arm deep enough, I may do one in there deeper. Got 2 left. right, I got these two here, like about here and here. And I got room a little deeper. We'll get this fourth one in there. And then after we mount the pickup, we're going to call this a video. And in part 3, because I don't have the strings yet, they should be here any day. I got a set of ball end GHS strings for this. And the reason I want to use ball end on this is, for one, to eliminate the need for hooks to go over the top. And then that alone will change your intonation. If you play these, you know what it means to actually fight the intonation by moving the hoops of the loop end strings back to meet with the bridge. These are ball end strings that should eliminate that. It should also make the action just ever so slightly lower, considering it doesn't have the loop underneath the string lifting it up. Hopefully that'll give it a little bit more room to relax, and so that hopefully that loop's not pulling it up, and then maybe bring it down a little, because there's not too much I can do to change the action on this instrument other than adjust the neck. And then, as we know, the truss rod is not how you adjust action on an instrument. Get this last one in here. Oh, I dropped it. Found it. This last one in here. We got it. We get it. Get it. There we go. That's a good spot. I am way in this instrument. Here we go. I'm going to start hooking the wire in. Since I'm already way in here, I'm going to hook it around that last one I just put in first. Thanks, sir. Appreciate you. Mailman just got the mail. My favorite mailman. Okay, now the rest of this I'm going to try to bundle up with those other two right here. You can see the marks on my arms from being in this thing. We're gonna hopefully do this safely. You know, I'm going to do a zip tie around this, or I'm going to use the actual, I'll use the bread tie that this came with. Give me a leg up. We're going to wrap this nice and neat. Like I said, if this bothers the customer and he addresses me about it, we'll fix this. We'll pull all this out and then cut the cable and then solder it way shorter. Solder it like 3 feet shorter. This is incredibly way too long. All right, so get this under it, so carefully tie. There we go. I need to undo one link from this end. Way too much on this. These jobs require a little patience, and then you can't always got to be prepared to go back and try it again. So the vast majority of this wire bundle, we're going to hook up in those two that are right here. There they are. tuck it in there and latch it with these. Here we go. It worked out pretty good. Yeah, it's in there, and I got it hooked around both. Yep, we're in there, and then I got one more to grab the rest of this excess. That's the top. And mount the rest of it here on this one that I put here. Actually, we're gonna get it in position. Spread these open a little bit. There we go. Cable management. What percentage does your cable manager take? I don't think I can. I'm gonna try to fold it over. Oh no, I can't. I got it. Okay. Nah, I'll just do one. It's gonna try to fold it over to put it around that that wire tie. But nah, that's just gotta go like that. Cool. All right. And then use the rosette, like that inner circle we're gonna use to kind of center this. We tighten these to hold the pickup in place. And again, you don't want to Superman this. You don't want to deform or make divots or dents into the top. Lovely piece of spruce. Yep, it just kind of firm to where it doesn't move. Last thing we'll do, we're going to plug it in. I'm going to tap on the pickup. Volume works, pickup works. See if we can make funny noises. Hang on. Never mind. All right, it's full. In part 3 of this, again, I would just do it now, but I don't have the strings. I was hoping they'd be in, but I'm trying to keep things rolling along here in the store. In part 3, we're going to simply just put on the new strings. Again, loop in strings for the reasons I've laid out before, and then we'll just do a play test. Part 3 of this will be a quick wrap-up video. I may just string it off camera. I don't know yet, or I may string it and talk while I string it. I haven't decided yet, but part 3 will basically be kind of a wrap-up and me just poorly playing this instrument. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, and then that'd be something I can address in the future. Thanks for watching.